All right, our tax policy is the same since 3, 4, and 5 stayed the same this round. And now we will move to the next round. So round marker is moved up. Interest on loans. There are no loans on the board. Prosperity drops. 1 for working class, 2 for the middle class. Events and political agendas. Okay, 2 new events. Provide 2 media to a class, and you get the awesome tokens that I love. And then provide 5 to a class for each operational company, and then you get you get points for every amount of money. I would love for the middle class to have 4, but they don't, so maybe I'll wait off and try to do that late in the game, or at least late in the round. Okay, and then my new political agenda for this round is going to be 1A, which I won't want. 2B, I'll want to keep. 3C, they keep wanting me to go to 3C. 4B and 5C. Okay, so 3 of those I have in place, so that's good. Get a new business deal, a new export. Okay, so got the new export into place. Action cards, and no new companies, but 5 new action cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Got new business deals, new workers. All right, so for the workers, the middle class will go for a, how about we'll do a media one, since there's both a media over here and one on the board. For the state, that is open still, so that gives them the widest variety of options. And then they'll also, widest variety of options, and they'll also have a unemployed worker, unskilled unemployed worker. And then the working class will get 2 unskilled workers. And that means, yeah, that's everything they have. Remember, the policy for immigration last round changed. So that is now at A, which means there are no extra unemployed workers. We don't draw another card. We just do the 2 that they started with. Okay, so the next thing we will do then is we will go into our action phase. Working class first, 2B or 2C. We have 2B. If you buy goods and services, the state gives you 1 for your employed workers first. So they will do that. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I will give them their 13. All right, and when they buy goods and services, we'll see what their priority is. First is free. Nope, they don't do that. They don't have 3 or more unemployed, unskilled workers. They'll go for cheapest. And right now, it looks like we've got 5 for healthcare from me, and they would open up the next level. So they are going to exclude healthcare if it leads to population increase. So what would be the next cheapest item beyond that? They have 8 for cell phones and 8 for cell phones and the education. So education comes before luxury, so that's what they're going to go for. So they're going to buy the education from the capitalists. And since they're going 4 times 8, so 32 to the capitalists. I'll break this down: 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 20, 30, 32. So they will pay that in revenue. They'll get their education. Okay, 4. Okay, and then they will use it to upgrade one of their guys. Okay, so now we're thinking about unions in general. They've already got a trade union for the clinic, or for healthcare in general. But now we have this guy on the board that is one of the influence people, but they're going to need more influence people if they're going to make that union happen. So if they get 3 workers out on the board, that will be a 4th one too. So they're going to do that upgrade. That's going to up their prosperity to 3. We get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they have 3 there. All right. So our next move then would be for the middle class. Okay, so they are going to propose a bill for taxation, except it's already where they want it. Immigration is already where they want it, so they're going to build a company. If they build a company, they're going to want one that is going to be the least of what they already have. They already have healthcare. They already have influence. So let's see what they are going to prioritize. Okay, unemployed working. Okay, they can do that. Requires middle-class workers only. Okay, so that's going to be their priority. They're going to build the pharmacy, which will cost them 16. All right, break down that 50. 10, 15, 16 to build the pharmacy. That will allow them to put these 2 workers to work to get their health care later on. Okay, so they have done that. All right, and then the capitalist player will prioritize selling the foreign market first. They could sell their 2 food. That's 20. The cell phones, they could sell 4 of them. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 2 of them are going to stay. So that's going to be 20, 30, 40, 50. They have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 healthcare. So 20, 30, 40, 50. They can do 8 for 40 is 90, 100, 110, 115. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 115, and then they only have 2 of the education, so they can't sell that. So they'll sell most of their goods for 115. Okay, so capitalist is done with their move, and so I will well, this is a problem. I need to provide 2 media influence, and I don't have any because we have never put the media, we've never gotten workers to work for the media. So let me see, do I have the ability to assign workers at all? I don't have that as an action that I can use, so I'm going to have to just do something else, and this is a huge bummer because I really wish I had that available. So so I can use this shift focus though, and I can get rid of that card because it's something I can't use. So let me see if there's another one that's going to work better for me. I could provide healthcare, or I could provide, education to a population, half its population. I'll do that instead because that's something I can actually do. Again, that's a huge bummer because I really wanted to get those tokens, but I couldn't, so I'll just do the other thing. Okay, 1A or 1B, not available for that, but buying goods and services for the working class, they can prioritize free, which they don't have. They don't have the unemployed workers. They want the cheapest. Healthcare costs costs 5 from me, so they can actually buy that from me now. Except again, they want to avoid this, so they won't do that. And then they can buy education. They're not going to buy it from me though, because it's more expensive. But cell phones are also going to be expensive. Okay, but cell phones, these two are cheaper, but the imports are going to be cheaper than buying the education from me, the working class, the state. So they'll buy 2 cell phones here for 8 each. So 16, 15, 16. Then they will buy 2 more cell phones from the imports, so it'll cost 12. 6, 12, and then they will owe me 6 in the tariffs. Okay, I'll trade this out for 2 5s. I'm low on money here. All the little money. I need to trade all my small 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s for 50s and 100s. So that is going to get them the other 2 cell phones they need to up their prosperity by 1. So prosperity goes up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that puts them at 19 victory points. Okay. All right. Working class, sell in the foreign market. They don't have enough to do so. Build a company. They can build a company, so they will do so. They'll build the local newspaper. That'll cost them 14. So paid 25, get 11 back, and they'll build that newspaper, and they will staff it with their middle-class worker. And here, I guess I didn't have to pay at the pharmacy, but got to be prepared in case a working-class worker comes and works here. All right, so then they've done theirs. Capitalist class, they can't sell in the foreign market again. They can't buy a company because they don't have anyone to staff it. They could sell a company only if it was 20 though, so as a clinic isn't giving them enough money. They could propose a bill on immigration, so that's their highest priority bill. So they'll try to get that up to 1. So letter B is what they're proposing there. And then it's my turn, so I'm going to take that action that I just got last round, provide education to a class equal to half its population rounded up. And right now they're both at 4. So I will provide that education. I'll give it to the middle class. Yes, for 2 reasons. 1, they don't really need it. And they can't, all their workers are upgraded except one guy who's working. And so they don't really need it at all. But also I want to upgrade that so I have all my numbers at 5 to get just more victory points as time goes on. But okay, so I was able to do that, which is great. Oh wait, so I'm only giving it half their population. Oh, so I only have to give them 2. That's even better. Okay. All right, so back to the working class. They can assign workers. The problem is there's nowhere for them to assign. Actually, there is, because they can assign them to the middle class workers sites. So they're gonna do that then. So let's see how we're gonna prioritize assigning when you only have middle class available. All right. Healthcare and education will be higher priority than anything else. Agriculture, then media, then luxury. Okay, so media would be second to last. So media is where they're not going to assign these workers. One will go to the doctor's office. One will go to the convenience store, which is great for the middle class. And for the working class, they're going to get paid a little bit more as they go along as well. Okay, so then the next one after that will be the middle class. They can't sell goods. They don't have what they need to buy the last company. Buying goods. Okay, now they're going to want to buy enough to have the education filled out. So they're going to do that. And so, okay, so they're going to buy the goods to get their population of 4. They've already got 2, so they're going to buy 2 from the capitalist for 8 each. So it'll be 16, 10, 5, another 5. And so they'll pay 10, 15, 16 to the capitalist player for those last 2 education. Then they'll use this. They'll upgrade their last worker. I guess their only priority is what they have out there, which is another healthcare company. So they'll upgrade their last non-upgraded worker. Now everybody's upgraded. And the fact that they got rid of all those workers earlier in the game really, I think, is going to create a mess for them a little bit later on. It's going to slow them down. But I guess I'm okay with that. All right. Capitalist player, labor market bill. That's where they're going. They're trying to lower it. They can call for an immediate vote as well. So we are going to do a labor market immediate vote. I will go with the capitalist. Middle class and working class are going to go against this. And so let's pull 5 from the bag and see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So capitalist won for it, and the other 4 are against it. All right, so let's think about this situation. We need 3 more to tie. If we did 1, 2, 3, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4 out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could defeat it. I'm not risking mine. Okay, let's see how much the capitalist puts out there, and let's see how much the other teams do as well. So when you are losing, okay, let's see, the other side has more than enough. You spend necessary, and then you draw X. So you spend the necessary to tie it, which is what the capitalist will do. And then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'll draw 6 cards. And then that will determine how many of these other ones they spend. So nothing. There's 1. So 3rd card, nothing. 4th card, nothing. 5th card, nothing. And 6th card, okay, 2. Okay, so they spent the 2. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the other side needs 3 to defeat it. Okay, and you, okay, so you have more than enough needed. They spend necessary, so I guess we'll divide it between the 2 to defeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need 3. 1, 2, 3. They're going to do it. They're going to get it done. So the proposal is defeated. 1 blue cube goes back in. And then it is going to be my turn. Let's see. So let's see. Now now the middle class has 5 companies. So I can actually do this, 5 for each that they own. So I could spend 25. Excellent. And give that to the middle class. And that will allow me to get a 3rd little tab here. And I've accomplished that goal. Okay. And to do that, I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard Radical Reforms just because this is an awesome card for all of the other classes, and I might like some of the bills that I could propose, but I like the other cards in my hand better, so I'm just going to get rid of that and try to use some of these other things for my benefit. Okay, so back to the working class. They can buy goods. If you buy goods and services this turn, a public education company with your workers does the production first. They don't. But they can prioritize. They want free, and then they want education if they have workers who are unemployed. They don't. Next priority is cheapest, but they don't want to upgrade their population. And then next is what's still the cheapest? Well, the cheapest would be to get cell phones, so it'll be another 36 for that. 20, 30, you know what, we'll do 50 out here, 20, 30, 40, 50, so 20, 31, 35, 36, except 24 of that comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 12 of that comes to me. So 15 to me with 3 change, and that was for the tariff that they had to pay, but they got 4 cell phones. That ups their prosperity to 5, so I get 5 victory points for that. All right, so working class is done there. Okay, middle class won't do a sale because they don't have any on the foreign market. Buying goods and services, they only have 15, so they can't really afford the options that are available. By building a company, they don't have the workers to work it. Policies, immigration, they already have. Fiscal policy, they would want at B, so they will propose that change. All right, now it's my turn. Okay, kind of taking a risk here, but I've got this matter of high priority. I can look at the top 2 event cards, put one on the board, and perform event action. So Okay. For each of their workers. No, that one doesn't help. Okay, I could do this though. Provide cell phones. Okay, so I can't do that, but I could do this. All right, so I'll do this for the middle class. I'll pay the middle class 15, and I'll get to move the middle class tab up. So would have liked to pay more to the working class to get one of these tabs, but at the very least, I get to move things up a little bit, so that's good. All right, so next will be okay, for working class, buy goods and services. Same deal as before. I mean, if they've got 36, they're going to buy more cell phones. So 24 and 12 for cell phones, more prosperity, 6 more victory points. Okay. They are making good use of that money that they had that round. Okay, middle class can't do that. Can't. They can. They've got 30, so they can buy goods and services, and if they do so, they can buy healthcare because it's cheaper. So they're going to pay 20 to me for healthcare. I'll get a victory point. And they will get to move their prosperity up to 2. They'll get an unemployed worker. And they'll get to move up 4 victory points. 2 for the prosperity and 2 for the fact that they get a bonus 2 when they do this. When they do the healthcare move, they get the 2 extra. All right, so that's middle class. Okay, my move. So I can do step for representation, but I only want to do that if I'm going to have another one go up. So I'm going to look at these other ones. We have 1A or 1B. I can't do business grants right now. 4A or B, assign unemployed workers to one-year companies. I can't do that. I'll do that. Step for representation, provide 1 personal influence and 2 voting cubes to a class. Now, I guess I'm assuming the voting cubes have to come from off the board because I can't do anything else. So I realized that along the way, as I've been doing these event cards, I should have been putting the different goods and services and influence and voting cubes in the state benefits area, and then the Automas taking them automatically. Now, for the Automas themselves, it hasn't practically made a big difference. They automatically take those state benefits, but when they take them, I'm supposed to get victory points, so I'm actually at a lower amount than I'm supposed to be at. I'm at 23, so I guess I'll see whether I can run down the other teams and win now that I've given myself a bit of a handicap. But then the step for representation, provide a personal influence and 2 voting cubes to the class. I'm going to do this for the capitalist class. I guess I'll provide state benefits for them and 2 voting cubes. And that will allow me to get 2 more spots on the influence ladder by making that move. Okay. All right, 1 more for this round. So working class first. They have pretty much run out of money, so They can't do the first move. They can't assign workers because they don't have any. Bill proposal. They'll do the welfare state healthcare proposal. And then the middle class. They can assign workers if they have somewhere to assign them, but they don't. They have to be able to assign at least 2. And then the businesses, they don't have what they need to build that. Buying goods and services don't have that. Proposal, labor market, they want it where it's at, and they can't do this. Special action, add voting cubes to the bag equal to 2, plus the number of public and capitalist companies in which your workers are employed. So 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cubes into the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and capitalist, build a business, no one to work. Yeah, they don't have anyone to work at it. Bill proposal, labor market, immigration. Labor market, they're going for A. Or not A, sorry, C. Now they don't want to vote to have to pay more to their workers, so that's where they're going. And then my last play for this round is I am going to hold on to a couple of cards. I'll just do, you know what? I will get 25 from quantitative easing, get a little bit more money to work with. Okay. Oh, that's right. Again, this is messed me up. All right. Capitalist player took their influence cube. They got their 2 blue cubes, and I will get my victory point from them. So state is at 24. Probably should be at 27 or 28, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see if I can overcome my challenge. Okay, so now we have finished the actions portion of the phase. Let's go to production. So let's have each group pay. So I will pay both the middle class and the working class 30 each. Middle class has to pay 8, 16, 20, or 16, 26, 28 to the working class. And then the capitalist needs to pay 20, 40, 60 to the working class. 30, 40, 50. You know what? They're going to give them 100 and get 40 back, because they also need to pay 40 to the middle class. And now we'll produce. Okay, so I'll only get 5 education because no one's buying it. 6 healthcare. Middle class is going to get 4, 6 influence. Influence for them. That's a lot. And they'll get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 healthcare. Then they'll get 3 food. That's everything they're getting. And then the capitalists will get 6 food. They will get 6 luxury. They will get 13 health. No, sorry, only 7 health because the clinic is still not occupied. we'll take that one, we'll exchange it for 3. 7 plus 1 is 8, and then they will get 6 education and 3 luxury. Or sorry, 3 influence. They already got their luxury. 3 influence as well. Okay. So that is all of the, that's all the stuff we need to do for that portion. Okay, now we need to, sorry. That poor working class, they don't want to miss out on their 2 food either. Okay, so providing needs. Currently, you know what? Let me update. I just realized that I might not have given or moved. Did I move these guys up? Let me check the levels. So for middle class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So actually they should be higher. Well, they got to be beneficiaries of lower levels this last round, right? 1, 2, for the working class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Same deal. They got to be beneficiaries of lower levels, but now they have to pay for the food. Okay, so they need 3 more food. So 8, 16, 24. So I'll pay them 25 and get 1 back. Pay the capitalist, and their needs are provided. And then the middle class already has 3. They also need 2, so they'll pay 16. And so pay 21, get 5 back to get 2. All right, and their needs are provided as well. All right, so needs are covered. The state is still solvent. No IMF is happening. And now we'll pay taxes and see what each of these groups has to pay me. Okay. So middle class is going to have to pay their employment tax. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3. So they're going to have to pay 15 for that, as well as paying for their companies. So they owe me 15, it's 15 for their employment tax for the companies. Income tax, we have B&B 4, 1, 2, 3, 15 plus 4 times 3, 12, so 27. So I'll do 30. And then we'll need to change. You know what? We're just going to have to trade out. No. We're so close. There are no 5s left. Okay. So we'll just do 30. Oh, there we go. There. 27. Okay. And then the working class, they got 5 as their population times 4. So they got to pay 20. So they'll give me 100 and get 80 back. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. And then the capitalist player, 6 times 3 is 18. And then, so we'll pay that first. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then the other element is how much money they have. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 101. So with the 101, they are going to have to pay 30 taxes as well. Okay, so taxes are paid, and now we will refill the bag. So each of the 3 factions has enough to have 3 more cubes in the bag. So 3 for blue, 3 for red, 3 for yellow. And I am at a level where I'm so close to having a third one. There wasn't much I could do, but I'll get 2 of my own influence for that. So I have 3 of that. Okay, and then let's look at the different bill proposals. Okay, so fiscal policy. Having more businesses for me could be helpful, but I'd have to pay for them. I don't really want to pay for them. I'm going to go against that. Capitalist is against that. Working class and middle class, they're for it. I could go for it if I wanted to, but I'd rather have my money for other things, especially since there are no workers out here to work for me. It doesn't make sense for me to try to buy the extra companies. Okay, so we'll pull our 5 cubes and we'll go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2 against, 3 for it. And I'm not going to try to mess with it. Again, I'd rather save my influence cubes for other stuff. And I don't really, you know what? Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They could still beat us even if we put everything into it. Yeah, I'll spend it. I'll try to. No, I'm not going to. I want my influence next round. I want to try to move my legitimacy. I'm not going to worry about this. Okay, spending. Okay, so the other side has more than enough needed to win. You spend the necessary. Well, they're already winning, so you could spend up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is gonna 1 for the capitalist is, so they're gonna draw 9 times 2. Nothing here. 3, 4, nothing. 5. Nothing. 6. There's that one. 7, and there's the last one. So capitalist spent it, and then the middle class so now they're losing. If you're the only one. Okay, if you have more influence than needed to win, so they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So 5, so you draw 6. Oh, the difference. Plus 1. Their total minus needed to win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need 5, so they're going to draw 6. No. There's 1. No. 3. 4. That's a second one. 5. 6. Okay, so they did a third one. Okay, so ultimately capitalist is going to prevail in blocking. So the red and yellow cube go back in the bag. So that was kind of nice. The side I wanted to win wins without me spending any influence on it. So fiscal policy is blocked. Okay. All right. And then the next one is labor market. Capitalist is for that move. The other people are against it. My play is I'm focused on the political agenda at B for 2, so I'm going to go against it as well. So 3 of us against the capitalist, and capitalist no longer has influence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, capitalist loses. All right, and now working class wants the health care and benefits to be at A, and they are flying solo on that one. My agenda has it at B, so I want it to stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1 versus 4. 4 block it. So that 1 cube goes back in the bag. Welfare state healthcare does not move. And then finally, immigration. Got the capitalist who wants it at B. And this is the rare occasion where the working class is going to go along with the capitalist. I'm fine with this change. I don't care. And the middle class doesn't want it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, middle class has 1. Okay, so 1 versus 4. And this is interesting because they need 4 to win. Okay, so they're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could do. I'm not gonna try to stop it. So it's gonna ultimately be them drawing X where X plus 1. All right. So they need 4. Let's see. No, they need 3 to tie, so they need 4 to win. No, 3 to tie is winning, so they'll draw 4. Okay, nothing. 2, okay, they got an influence. 3, nothing. And 4, okay, spend another influence. But unfortunately, they're 1 short, so they lose. So yellow cube goes back in the bag. Other cubes come out. Okay, and that oh, you know what? If they want to block it, they would need 1 more, but I'm not going to force them to make it. So that's actually going to pass then. Okay, so the state and the working class each got 1, and the capitalist, got 3. So the state is at 25, working class is at 31, and the capitalist is at 19 currently. Okay, so that's all the bills. So now we are going to, oh, and again, forgot to give in production, that poor working class not getting the influence that they well deserve with their trade union. So better late than never, though. So now they get it. So trade union gets 2 victory points for the working class. Next thing, fully operational companies. They now have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is still lower than their population, though. So nothing there for the middle class. Capital and wealth track. So now the capitalist has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 135, 136. So 3, 6, 9. 9 plus 6, they get 15. Okay, so that pulls them ahead of the working class. So now they have 34. Okay. All right, event penalties. No event penalties for the state. Score legitimacy and adjust the tracks. So the two lowest numbers are 5 and 6. So I get 11. Okay, that pulls me ahead at 36. And then I do these by half. So 5 goes to 3. And 6 also goes to 3. 7 goes to 4. But then all of them are, let's see, the working class goes up 2. The capitalist goes up 2. And the middle class goes up 3. Okay, so that's huge to move us right along. Then a political agenda. So looking at what we have here, 2 is at B, 4 is at B, 5 is at C, so I get 3 more points. Okay, so at the end of round 3, I'm at 39, so I'm ahead of the other teams. Okay, so like that. Okay, so moving now to preparation phase in round 4. Our taxation has not moved. It's still sitting at 3. Round marker, it goes to round 4. No loans, no interest. Dropping prosperity by 1 for the working class, by 2 for the middle class. New events and political agendas. Okay, so spend 30 and provide 4 voting cubes to the classes in any combination. Propose a bill of another player's choice. Interesting. And then my next political agenda. Okay, 1C, that's good. Everything else is no good. Okay, I'll draw my 5 cards. Okay. Action cards, new companies. The middle class gets 2. Okay, and then business deal and exports. And then we'll get our new workers. Okay, and now, let's see, we're looking for the thing that we have the least of. For the middle class, we'll give them a blue one. And regular unemployed worker, an unskilled one, and we'll draw our card for types of workers. So we'll get a skilled blue working class and an unskilled middle class worker. Okay. Then populations will go up for both groups. All right. And then we will get started with round 4, actions. Okay. All right, so first play for the working class in round 4 is going to be to propose a foreign trade bill to try to get the foreign trade up to, foreign trade. This might be what they want, but I'll double check. What is the desired policy? They want 6C. Oh yeah, they want it as low as they can get it so that they can charge or get charged nothing for the tariff They want things cheap, right? Okay, so middle class will take their action. They're going to buy goods and services. If you buy goods and services this turn, buy this resource from every available source up to your population from each. Okay, so they can buy from anybody. Well, free is good for them, so they're going to focus on that. They need 6, so they're going to up their healthcare game. You're going to get an unskilled worker, and that's going to up their prosperity to 1, and they'll get 3 victory points. All right, capitalist. If you have at least 150 in revenue, well, they have nothing in revenue right now, so they're going to propose a bill for the welfare state to try to move it up to letter C. Okay, so that one is done, and then I will take my first move. Okay, I want to focus on getting these events done as quick as I can. So let's see which one I should do first. Okay, this is interesting. Propose a bill of another player's choice. And I guess I'm trying to focus in on what the working class would want in this situation. And that makes sense because they're the lowest here anyway. So I'm going to give the working class what they want. But I'm not sure which bill they would want to choose to do the most. So I guess I'm going to just pick a random number and then we'll go with that. All right, my random number was 3. And since I'm going for the working class, they're going to propose a bill. I propose the bill to have taxes go up, or so going to A. And that means the working class liked it, so they will get their legitimacy. I will get the legitimacy up to 7 for them. Okay, so then back to working class, propose a bill. They're not going to do healthcare, education, though. On the other hand, they will try to move to the middle. So and then buying goods and services, 2B and 2C. We do have 2B. If you buy goods and services, the state gives you 2 for each of your employed workers in public or capitalist companies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14. They are happy about that money. Okay, so now they have 10, 20, 3, 4, 5, 25. Okay. They need 6, so they can't get it free. But they do have a whole bunch of unemployed workers, so they do want education. Oh, you know what? This should have been 6 education. I dropped the wrong thing here. It's getting late here. Okay, so they're going to go for the cheapest price for education. They can get 6 for 8 each. 8, 16, 32, 40, 48. But they can't afford that. So they're actually not going to do that. So I'll take my money back from them. And they're going to have to move on to their next option. Well, can they though? Well, no. They can't afford that, so they aren't going to do that. 15, 14. Okay. But they can do other things. They've got 4 healthcare here, so they can buy 2 from me. So ultimately, all the other things aren't going to work, but they'll buy 2 from me. That will cost them 10. I get a victory point. They can use that healthcare, get another worker. up their prosperity to gets them 2 for that, and they also get 2 bonus victory points for the fact that it's the healthcare move. Okay, so they have taken their turn, and it's back to me. And let me look over this other event. Okay, and then spend 30 to provide 4 voting cubes to the classes in any combination. Okay, so I will do that, and I'll give 2 to each. This will be 2, 2, and then so I'll go up 1 here and up 1 here, because I get 1 for every 2 that I provided, and I did 2 each. Okay, so next is going to be the working class. They collect the benefits. I go up a victory point. So now I'm at 41. Okay, so now buy goods and services. You may only buy from public services this turn. If you do, the state gives you 5 for each of your unemployed workers, 5, 10, 15, and they will buy from me. And the only one they can do is going to be healthcare. And they're going to pay me 60, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And that will allow them to get education. Additionally, when they did that, this goes up to 9 for the working class. And then in terms of priorities for the working class, their best bet at this point is to upgrade a guy to be purple, so that they'll have everything they need to work at the National Public Broadcasting and then create a union after that as well. So that's their highest priority. And then after that, it's going to be the middle class. Okay, they're going to propose a bill for foreign trade. They can't do that. Taxation, can't do that. And so they'll build a company so they can build their electronics store, because that is the thing that they don't have. Cost them 20 to do, and their worker will work at it. Except they don't have the money, so never mind. And again, I'm really not sure if I should be having them take out loans. I'm just assuming that I don't. Buying goods and services they can't do. They can't sell to the foreign market. So add voting cubes. The special action then is add voting cubes to the bag equal to 2 plus the number of public and capitalist companies in which your workers are employed. 1, 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. And then we will move on to the capitalist. Okay, sell on the foreign market. That's where they're going to do. They get an additional 5 for each transaction, so they're absolutely going to do that. So 6, 35 plus 5, so 40. And then they can do 7 out of 8. We'll give them 55, 60, so that's 100. And then they have another 6, so they can do 4. Oh, 130 is how much they will get. So it's a nice haul that they get. So they have sold all those for 130. Okay. All right, my next move now is, okay, so I've got my legitimacy up for a lot of these companies. 1A or B, so I can't do business grants. So what am I going to try to do here? Okay, I'm going to do this construction boom. That is going to allow me and the working class and the capitalists to each get 15. So that's huge. So this is interesting. So give working class 20, get 5 out, 20 to the 20 to the capitalists, get 5 out, and then I'll take 15. But then I also get to move this up 1 and this up 1. Okay. All right. So my next play then is to have the working class assign workers. Okay. So that is going to be their priority, and the place that they can assign is to my National Public Broadcasting. So we'll finally get a little bit more influence that's available. Okay, so the middle class can't buy and sell goods. They don't have what they need to do it. They can't buy a company. They can't sell in the foreign market. They could propose a fiscal policy. So that is what they will do, fiscal policy to be. And then the capitalist, if you have at least 3 cell phones, which they do not, they could build a company. They don't, they can build a fish farm. So a fish farm is what they will build to get the middle class workers working. Cost them 20 to buy that. Okay, so they are done with that turn. So I think my next play then, I'm trying to increase the amount. I'm going to focus in on getting this up, so getting the legitimacy up. And to do so, I can give 2 personal influence to a player, and I get 1 legitimacy for that class. So I'll give 2 to the middle class to bump them up 1 at this point. Okay. Back then to the working class. They could assign workers. They don't have any. They could propose taxes. They've already done that. Fiscal policy, they can't. They could buy goods and services. So they have to. They have 6 education. Okay, so they already used that up. That's right. They used that earlier. Okay. They could buy another 6 education, but they want to go cheaper. So they would probably buy the cell phones again. So again, 36, they paid 24, and then 12 to me for the tariff. And they're going to get 6 cell phones to then up their prosperity to 6. And they're at 39, so they're just a couple points behind me now. Okay, then middle class. Not doing that, not doing that, not building the company. They can assign workers if there's anywhere to assign them. Nope, there's there's only one company open and they don't have the skilled worker to do it. Okay, so add up to 3 unemployed working class workers to your companies. Get 5 from the state for each worker assigned this way. The problem is they can't because there are no workers there, so they're not even going to take that action, so they're going to get 3 yellow cubes in the bag when they apply political pressure. Okay, so my play now is going to be I'm going to do geopolitical support, and since we're at 6B, I'm going to get 30. I've actually got a couple of these, so I'm going to probably use it twice. I'll do 40 and get 10 off. Return 10. So I got 40, put 10 back in the bank or off the board. Now we're going to move to the next play. Okay, assign workers for the working class. No workers to assign. Buy goods and services. At 20, they don't have enough money to buy things. Labor market bill already, oh, there is no labor market bill. That is the next one. So they have proposed that. Build company, they can't. Oh, except, no, it was only if it was at 1A or 1B. It's at 1C though, they can't. They could assign workers, but there's nowhere to assign them. Buy goods and services, they can't. Sell in the foreign market, they can't. Special action, draw 6 voting cubes from the bag. All middle class cubes are returned. Remove all the other cubes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 capitalist cubes come out. 4 middle class cubes go back in. And then capitalist. They could build a company, but they don't have, oh, actually they can. They can build the publishing house because the workers can work there. And they pay 10 less, so they only have to pay 2. Wow. It's an amazing deal. All right, so 3 of these middle class workers will work there. And then my last play is going to do geopolitical support again to get another 30. Okay, so that is it for action phase. Production now. Okay, so let's start by paying people. I will pay 60 to the working class. And I will pay 30 to the middle class. And then the middle class will pay 8, 16, 28 to the working class. And the capitalists will pay 20, 40, 60 to the working class. And then they have to pay 65 to the middle class. All right, and then in terms of production, well, my production will be 6 health, 6 education, and then 4 influence. not going to forget this time. Trade union gives 1 influence to the working class. And then the working class also gets their food for their farm. And 4, 6, 12, so 14. Okay, so the state's going to have to pay, or no, actually, no, they don't. 6, 12. 14 plus 1 is 15. So 3 food is going to go on the free market. 6 cell phones go to luxury. 6 luxury production. And now they have 7 healthcare. And 6 education. They're going to get 3 influence. The middle class will get 3 food, 8 healthcare, and 6 influence. Okay. All right, and that is all of the production. Now we gotta cover the needs of the workers. So 6 food is needed for the working class. They have 2, so they need 4 more. 8, 16, 32, 20, 32 to the capitalist. And then the middle class is going to need 3 more as well. So 24. Pay 25, get 1 back. And they'll get 3. And then both these groups are going to cover their needs and be done with that part. IMF, still solvent. Not only that, I've got a lot of money now. That's great. And now everybody pays their taxes. Our policies are still the same after this whole time. Okay, capitalist. Employment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 companies times 3, 24. Okay, and then their revenue is 2032. So at 32, at letter B, they're going to have to pay me 10. Middle class, employment tax, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companies times 3 is 15. And additionally, they have workers at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companies times 3B, 2B. 5 times 4 is another 20. And then the working class is a population of 6 times 4 is 24. Forgot to have the capitalists collect their benefits earlier. Fortunately, I remembered before elections, but I do get another victory point for that. 42 is my current number. Okay, so we've done taxation, we've done production, so now we'll do our bag fill. So the capitalists have 8 companies, so they get 4 cubes in the bag. And then the other 2 groups each get 3 based on their population of 6. So it's half for the working class. 3 is half for the middle class. And the state, I am going to get my own personal influence of 3. And I'll be able to add that to what I use. And we'll work our way down the lines. Okay, so fiscal policy first. I'm going to go for this. No, actually, my political agenda has it at C. If I lose, I'll set myself up for next round, but if I win, I'll get the point for it. So fiscal policy, 1C. I'll go for this. You're for this. Sorry, this is, no, sorry, I'm against it. Capitalist is against it. Middle class and working class are for it. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, no. Drop whatever that is. Okay. Okay, so that's 4 to 1. And I think we're just gonna let them have it because we don't have as much influence as they do. The blue cube goes in the bag. And let's see. Oh, these were supposed to go in the bag earlier. Oops. That was when they got the state benefits. Okay. That didn't hurt them there. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So this is significant because now I can look at these and decide, do I want, oh, they're all the same. Okay, I'm just going to do that second level. Okay, but I have to pay 60 to buy these companies. All right, so then labor market, my policy's going there, so I'll go for it. Capitalist is against it. Middle class is against it. Working class is for it. Middle class pretty much controls the board right now with all that influence that they have. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's all middle class capitalists. We can't even try. So they win. They block it. All right, next one, taxation. I'm for it. Same setup where capitalist and middle class are against it, and working class and state are for it. Again, wow, nothing for working class, so that's blocked. I tried. Okay. Healthcare, welfare state, I'm against this. Capitalist is for it. Middle class is against it. Working class is against it. So let's see what this ends up as. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. 2 for capitalist, 3 against it. And again, there's so much influence going the other direction. We're going to just save the capitalists a little bit of money. Put their cubes back in the bag. They are blocked. Okay, and then working class. Okay, working class, middle class, and me against the capitalist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, capitalist can't even tie this. Okay, they would only tie it, so they lose. And so now education's cheaper, which is good for me because I can get victory points from it, and now people actually buy it from me. Okay, and then next one, foreign trade. Everybody versus the working class. This isn't gonna, they're not gonna win it. Yeah, so even if they put their influence in, they would only tie what's there. Okay, so that 1 red cube goes back in the bag. That's blocked. Okay. Elections are done. Okay. Oh, with that education proposal, by the working class that went through. That means that I get a victory point, working class gets 3, and we're both tied at 43. And then the middle class also gets 1. So, all right. And I'll update what the score is once we're done with the scoring phase, which we'll do now. Okay, trade unions, 2 more. Victory points there. Fully operational companies, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is lower than the population, so no movement there. Check capital and wealth track, another 22. Here, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. We'll trade that out just to make it easier to count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 155. So they go 7, 10 more points. Okay. And then apply event penalties. I completed my events, so I don't have to worry about that. Score legitimacy and adjust tracks for the state. So I get 15 points for the lowest 2, 7 plus 8. Okay, and then cut them all in half. So 7 goes to 4, and then 8 goes to 4, and then 10 goes to 5. But then I get 2 more for working class, 2 more for capitalist, and 3 more for the middle class. All right, so I'm pretty close to the top already before we even start the last round. Okay, then political agenda. C is out. Our 1 is out. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got everything down the middle. Middle class is going to love this at the end of the game. But I do have 5B, so I get 1 point for that. Okay, so at the end of 4 rounds, the state has 59. The working class has 45. Capitalist has 44. Middle class has 33. All right, moving to the last round. So now our policies have changed a bit. So now taxes, we still have 2 to start. And then also 1 more for the healthcare and 1 more for welfare education. So taxes are now at 4. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in on this last round. Moved the round marker, no loans, drop prosperity, drop 1, drop 2, new events and political actions. So political agendas. All right, rounds 2 through 5. Oh, a pandemic. Joy of joys. Buy healthcare from other players in any combination up to the number of public companies. Okay, and then I can get these for every 3 that I buy. Okay, helpful. And then buy education from other players. Okay, that works. I will do those things. Okay. And then my political agenda this round. Okay, lots of, all right, let's get these B's down. All right. That's some good plan of action. Okay, draw my 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay, so real event and political action, draw action cards, new companies. Okay, business deal and export. new workers and adjust population. So for the middle class player, they already have a worker ready to work in an electronics store, so they'll get one that's upgraded to try to work in the convenience store to get that food. They'll also have their unskilled worker. Working class has 2 unskilled worker, and then I'll get a purple middle class and a gray unskilled working class. Population goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. The amount of workers goes up by 3, which makes the population 7 for both of them. Okay. All right, stretch run now. Let's go right into actions. Assign workers for the working class. Do they have anywhere to assign them? No, they do not. They only have one place they can assign one worker, but they need to be able to assign at least 2. So they can buy goods and services. If they're buying goods and services, they want the cheapest they can get. The cheapest is to buy from the state, so they can buy healthcare or education. They have 3 unemployed workers, so they'll buy 3 education from me. Actually, no, they need 7. So that's a correction there. 5, 6, 7, and that's 5 each. So 7 times 5 is 35. 20, 30, 5. I get a victory point because now they're paying 5. And then they're going to upgrade one of their workers. And first priority is labor unions. So if they've got what they need now, or do they? 3 workers in the union. Well, either way, if they get a purple worker, they can assign them to work in a place that'll get them eligible for a labor union, so that makes the most sense. So they have upped their education game. They'll up their prosperity to 6 and get 6 victory points. Okay, and now it is the middle class player's turn. Okay, can they build a company? They have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so nope. They can use their own healthcare, 3, 6, 7. That will get them one more guy. And up their prosperity to 1. And then the capitalist player can build a company. If you build a luxury agriculture company this round, you can pay half its cost, and it's paid by the state, which will up this. Beautiful. I don't even have to do that one. So they will do the shopping mall, and it'll cost 8. Or wait. Half its cost is, okay, so they pay 8 and I pay 8. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well worth the cost, I believe. Okay. Okay, so I have 6 public companies, so I can do 6 of the yeah, I'll buy 6 from the capitalist players. 6 times 8, 16, 32, 48. So pay 48 to the capitalist. 30, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 6. I'll go to public services. All right, so that will up the capitalist to 9 now. Okay. Let's try to get them all to 10. We'll see. Okay, the next play is going to be working class. Actually, I need to get rid of a card to do that. Okay. All right. Working class, assign workers. Okay, they can do that on the regional TV station. Okay, if you assign workers 7B, 7C, you get a skilled worker from the supply first. Oh, that's huge for them because now they'll get another purple worker. And they can assign 2 to the TV station. Oh, actually, they already have 4 working at the... Okay, so they can actually do the media trade union without assigning in the first place. And they'll get a yellow one, which would allow them to work at the university. Assign 2 workers to the university, and now they've got enough for another trade union. So if they can get that this round, they can get more influence and get more points at the end of the game. Okay. Middle class, propose immigration, and they can add 2 of their cubes to the bag in the process. They're going to propose A for immigration because they don't want more workers. They have a glut of workers already, and they can't even have them working, and that's what's killing them in terms of the amount of money they have sitting there. They have all these people that they have to provide for without the economic engine of the businesses to have them working. Okay, so capitalist labor market bill is going to go C. And they can also add 2 cubes to the bag. All right, so my next play then is I've got growth in tourism, state capital and middle class each get 15. That's nice. So 15 for you, 15 for you. I'll take a 20 and take 5 back. Okay. Also, though, I get capitalists up to 10. Sweet. Middle class at 8. Okay. Okay, so then the next thing we will do is see what the working class wants to assign workers. Nope, they're not going to do that. They can buy
let's see, buy goods and services. They want to upgrade their worker since they can't get anything for free. That costs, they need 8. So 8 times 5 is 40 that they pay me. And they have enough for that yellow trade union. So they're going to get that upgraded worker. And that's going to allow them to up their prosperity to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they are right on my tail right now. They're just 2 points behind me. Okay. Taxation bill for, no, middle class doesn't want to move taxation. They already have immigration. Build a company. They can. So they're going to go for lowest item that they want or that they have. So look at the electronics store for 20. 10, 20. And then after that, capitalist, they'll want a foreign trade bill. Pay 25 if able to propose 2 instead. There's our, oh, no, they could do taxation as well. Okay, so they'll pay 25 and they will get 2 bills. Okay. And then my move, actually this round, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to buy 1. I'll just do it. I'll do 3 because it's supposed to be every 3, even though I've already maxed out the capitalist player. I'll buy 3 for 24. And that will allow me to fulfill my requirements so I don't lose points on the next round. Okay, discard a card to make that happen. Okay. Next move then is the labor market has already been proposed. Foreign trade has already been proposed. Assign workers. They will assign their worker to the trade union. So now they have 3. Okay, and then build a company for middle class. They don't have the money to do so. They don't have the money to buy goods. They can't sell foreign policy or foreign trade. Immigration, labor market already have bills. Perform an extra shift. So they will do some extra production. And I don't know. I guess we'll look at goods and services criteria, which I don't know which one would be the biggest priority. I'll have them do food because that will be something they need later on. So they perform an extra shift, get 2 food, and then we'll go from there to the capitalists. Build a company. They could do their fashion company. If you build a luxury or agriculture company, half is paid by the state. All right, so they'll definitely do that. Oh, they never assigned their workers here. We never should have done that one in the first place. So, well, it's there now. So they'll pay 4. I'll pay 4. Or no, they just gave me 4. Wrong place. 4 after taking that away. All right. But that one they can put people at. Okay. Okay. So they built their company. I'm going to do an employment support scheme. I'm going to pay 15 to the middle class and working class. Okay. 5 back from middle class for the 20. Pay 15 there. And each of them will get bumped up. All right. And then, all right, last action for each team. Okay. Buy goods and services. Yeah. Okay. Education sold by the state at half price. Okay. Unfortunately, they need 7. I only have 3. Oh, I would have loved to have that. So they're going to assign workers. They can't do that. Welfare, state healthcare is the bill they will propose. And then middle class, they will not, or will they? Yeah, they can build a company. State pays the cost too. Yeah, absolutely, they will do that. So I will pay 14. Actually, this guy stays here. Okay. And with that, the legitimacy will go up 1 more. So we're at 10 now. If there's only a way I could get 2. Oh, so close. So close to maxing it out. Okay. And then if you sell to the foreign market, first make a business deal if able for B and C. Okay. Yes, they will sell to the foreign market. They will buy. Okay, so we're at B, so 57. So they'll pay me 7. 5, 6, 7. Then they'll keep 3. They have to pay 50, 20, 30, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They get 5, 6, 7, and 6 of that's food, and 1 is here at foreign, or at the free market. Okay, so now they're going to, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. That will get them, wow, 145 just for that. And then another 5, 45, 55, 65, 175 with 1 cell phone left. And then 3 healthcare puts us at 190. And then they only have 2 education left. 205. So they're going to make 205 total from all those transactions. That was, yeah. So they ended up with what, 150 profit after doing the business deal. So it's a nice haul for them. Okay. Yeah. What a way to end it. Okay. My last move then is allowances and subsidies. So I will pay 20 to the middle class when they can't use it, and move this up to 9. So Oh, so close to getting that last point, but still, that's a pretty good spot to be. Okay. So now we will do our production. Okay, so I'm paying 30, 50, 60, 70, 80 to the working class. And I am paying 30 to the middle class. And then I'm producing 10 education, 6 healthcare, and 4 influence. And okay, middle class is paying 8, 16, 28 to the working class, and they are producing 2, 4 more food, and 2 cell phones, 4 more influence. We're going to run out. So they're sitting on all of it. 4 more influence and 6 healthcare. And then, yeah, we're going to basically, we're running out of influence. We're not going to have any. So that means the capitalists will get the last 2. No one has any more. They'll have 10 cell phones, 6, 12, 12 food. So that means 4 will go free market. The rest of it will go on the board. 7 healthcare. All right, they got their influence, they got their food, education. They will have 6 education. Okay. That is it, except the capitalist also needs to pay their workers, which they haven't done yet. So they are paying 20, 40, 60, 60 to the working class. And they're also going to have to pay 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, 80, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 105, 110. So 20, 45, 65 more, 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, 110 to the middle class, and okay. So that's it for production. IMF, I'm still solvent. That was a very expensive round, but at least I'm still alive. Okay, taxes now. Okay, so we're at B and B. But tax level is 4 now. B and B, so 4 times 7 for the working class means 7, 14, 21, 28. So they're going to have to break down this 100. 60, 70, 80, 95, 6, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay, so they need to pay 28 in taxes, 25,
6, 7, 8. Okay. Middle class, they're going to pay their employment tax, so they pay 7 times 4. So 28 for that. 25, 6, 7, 8. And they will also have to pay their income tax for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 companies. 6 times 4 is 24. And then the capitalists, they're going to have to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 companies times 4, 36, 20, 40, 2, 3, 4. And this would have been over here because that would have gotten paid out first. And now they have 0 taxes to pay because they have no revenue left this round. Okay. All right. We've paid our taxes. Let's refill the bag. So 4 yellow and 4 red go in. 4 red. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. And then 5 blue because they have 10 operational companies. And unfortunately, there's no more influence left, so I don't get any more as a bonus for this. Instead, I'm just left with nothing there. Oh, I forgot the other piece. We have to make sure that the needs are met for the middle class and the working class. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to have to pay the capitalists. So this actually might change their taxes. So 8, 16 that they're going to pay them. Okay, so needs are met there. Seven, so they need 5 more. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay, so 50, 56, 56, so, okay. Actually, though, the capitalist paid so much money out of their capital that all this would be over here. So they're not going to have to pay taxes on that. Okay, all right, so we filled the bag. Let's do our policies. Last round, labor market. The capitalist has proposed that we go to C. Let's. Capitalist wants it. I want C as well. My political agenda goes there. Working class does not. Middle class does not. Okay, so they're winning. And ultimately, if they're ahead, we're just going to give it to them because they can beat us with all that they have. So put the 2 blue back in. That policy's defeated. Okay, next one, taxation. I don't want this, so it's capitalist versus everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, capitalist isn't going to win against all that influence for the middle class. That is defeated. All right, next one, working class. They want to go to A. I'll go with them. The other 2 are against it. Okay, so it's 4 against 1. Okay, so that's defeated. And the middle class has just buzzsawed everyone with all this influence. So they're really far behind, but they're going to get all the points for the fact that they have all of the policies down the middle of the board. It's kind of crazy considering it wasn't what I was attempting to do. Instead, just all this influence is going to overwhelm everybody. Okay, so 6A for the capitalists. Everybody is against them. Okay, capitalist is winning. but I guess we'll see. Well, let's just say they spend all 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of theirs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Middle class overwhelms them. And capitalist loses that. And finally, immigration bill. Middle class for it. I'll join the middle class. And then the other two will go against it. Okay, 5. All right. So capitalist doesn't have any left. So they're up 3-2. The most they can have is 5-2. And we just need 3 more to win. So I'll throw in my 3 influence. And we win that. So middle class goes up 3 points. I go up 1. All right, elections are done. So let's do victory points. Trade unions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they have taken the lead. Working class has. All right, so next is middle class fully operational companies. They're not going to get extra victory points for that. Capitalist is not going to get any more points because they have less money than they did before. And then event penalties. I completed both my events, so I don't have to worry about that. And then after that, legitimacy. So I get to do the 2 lowest, 9 plus 10, so 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm at 80 after that. And then agenda. So when I look here, 1, 3, and 5. The whole thing, we're all on B. So 1, 3, and 5 gets me 3 more points. Okay. And then let's see, that's everything. So now we'll go to final scoring, and I'll start at the lowest point and then we'll work our way up. All right, so for the middle class player who's currently got 37, okay, for their final scoring, they get points based on their resources. So they don't have 3 cell phones, but they have 5, 6, 7 health. So they get 2 points for health. 1, 2. And then they get points from policies, and they have all 5 down the middle. That's crazy. 15 extra points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 54 is where they're going to end up. Capitalist, based on their resources, they get 1 for every 2 food. So they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they'll get 4 more points for food. 1, 2, 3, 4. For cell phones, they get 1 for every 3. So 5, 10, 11. So they'll get 3 more. 1, 2, 3. They'll get 1 for every 3 health. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they'll get 3 for that. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 for every 3 education, which they have 6. So 2 more points. 1, 2. They could also gain more for policies, but they don't have any because the middle class took them all. So they're at 56 as their final score. So again, keeping track, middle class has 54. Capitalist has 56. Working class, 1 for every 10 that they have up to 15. So they have 150, so they can have 15 more points to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And they're right on my tail. But then socialist policies, if they would have had them, they would have gotten more points, but they don't. All right, so it looks like I'm going to have the win no matter what. So I get 1 point for every 30 in the state treasury. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 87 based on that. And then remaining resources. So let's see. I don't have any food. I don't have any cell phones, but 1 for every 3 health. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, I'm not supposed to have that much. Oops. 6, 12. I mean, I think 16 is my max, but even there, we'll just say it's 12. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then education, same deal. 5, 10, 13. So 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, media, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more for that. Okay, so with a full 3 Automas and 3.5 hours later, the final score of this game was 97 for the state, 79 for the working class, 56 for the capitalist, and 54 for the middle class. So I made a few mistakes along the way. I probably should have had a couple more points, gotten over the 100 hump, because I forgot about the fact that I was supposed to put the state benefits in the state benefits area and have each of the teams take those benefits, giving me points. And I know I made a few small snafus along the way. I tried to catch everything I could, but if you notice anything that I didn't catch, I'd love to have those corrections so I can make sure I'm playing it better in the future. But I hope that this was a beneficial watch for you to see how a full Automa game plays out. It takes time, it takes patience. You have to work through each of these. And I've done a few of these now, and I'm working pretty quickly. This can probably take a lot longer if you're taking your time with it. So like and subscribe if you'd like more Hegemony content.